Hey guys, I'm your new Sunday spokesman, and I'm going to do a brief introduction about myself real quick. My name is Charles Egan, I'm 19 years old, and I've been transitioning for about a month and 3 weeks now. The first month was 50 milligrams of testosterone, and I upped it the past 3 weeks to 75 milligrams of testosterone. Normally I'm in the western half of the US, but right now I'm at home, so I'm filming from my sister's room. Today's topic is what I wish I knew prior to transition, but before that, I'd like to recognize Transgender Day of Remembrance, which is today, by reading off a couple of people who have perished in the last couple of years for being who they are. Christy Bates, Minneapolis, Minnesota, stabbed to death at 45 years old. Tyra Trent, Baltimore, Maryland, strangled to death at 25 years old. Marcel Camero Ty, Forest City, Arkansas, shot and dragged behind a car at age 25. Miss Nate Eugene Davis, Houston, Texas, shot and died at 44 years old. LaShawn McLean, Washington, D.C., shot and died at age 23 years old. Garan Goplin, Washington, D.C., a blow to the head, 35 years old. Shelley Hillard, Detroit, Michigan, her body was dismembered and decapitated and then burned, died at age 19 years old. Chastity Nathan Vickers, Hollywood, California, shot to death, age 32. Alright, now on to the topic for this week, what I wish I knew prior to transition. Honestly, I was one of those guys who was super paranoid about transition, and so I researched extremely thoroughly, so a lot of what's happening I totally expected. Actually, most if not all of it. There's only one or two things that really shocked me a little bit. The first thing was weight gain. When I started testosterone, I was expecting to gain a lot of muscle, probably, you know. But actually what I gained instead of that muscle was a lot of fat. I gained at least 5 pounds in the first 2 weeks, and it's only been going from there. Normally I'm a pretty fit guy. I go to the weight room every other day and I run every day, but since becoming an RA and being in college, just having a lot of responsibilities, I've sort of started slacking in that area. So I'm sure once I pick it up, I'll probably lose a lot of the weight that I put on. But actually, yeah, that's what my doctors say too, that yeah, it's sort of weird that you're gaining a little weight, but it should be a lot easier now to get rid of it. The other sort of thing that I didn't expect was not necessarily hair growth, but when I started getting hair, you're right, I had a very strange patch of curly hair on my legs that was like corkscrews. It looked like corkscrews, and I just thought this was the grossest thing ever, because who wants corkscrew hairy legs? And so I plucked them all out, but it was just one patch of corkscrew curly hair, and I just thought that was the weirdest thing in the world. Something else that I don't think I expected was how difficult it would be to convince people that the name on my birth certificate and my driver's license, that was actually me. I've had a lot of trouble with that, actually. I have to bring around a couple photo IDs, one with, you know, my old driver's license, which has me looking very female, long hair, and a newer one that has me at least with a shorter haircut. It's actually quite a pain in the butt, because I think I would know who I am, and what kind of guy would carry around a fake ID with a woman's picture on it, expecting for it to work, you know. And another thing that was sort of big for me, I don't know about any other guys out there, but I'm a really big singer. And while I expected the voice change to affect my singing, there were some changes that I wasn't quite prepared for. For instance, I'm an alto, but, you know, occasionally I jump up to the soprano notes, and I go into my head voice for that. For a tenor, when you're transitioning, taking testosterone, your head voice pretty much disappears. It's very strange. A falsetto is very different from a female head voice. It's a lot trickier, actually. Maybe that's just because it's new for me, but it's something that I really have to think about, and it's something that I don't feel is well supported by my breath. I just have to sort of wing it and hope that it hits the right note. this is, you know, it's probably just because I'm really not far in my transition yet, and my voice is nowhere near ready to settle, but definitely falsetto is a lot different than head voice. This video is really short, so I'm hoping next week's topic will be something I can elaborate a bit more on, and I will see you guys next week.